The last Blackfyre, Maelys the Monstrous, and the War of the Ninepenny Kings. 200 years after Aegon the Conqueror, the dream of demon Blackfyre still burned, faint but alive. The sons and grandsons of his exiled line had been born, fought, and died in Essos, each rebellion weaker than the last. But one man refused to let the bloodline end in silence. Maelys Blackfyre, the last of his house, and the most feared. The monster of the Black Dragon. Maelys was not like his ancestors. He was massive, brutal, and strange. When he was born, his twin brother had grown from his neck, a malformed head that blinked and whispered in his sleep. It was said that Maelys strangled the twin as an infant, absorbing his body and strength. For that, men called him Maelys the Monstrous. He rose through the ranks of the Golden Company, the last bastion of Blackfyre loyalty, and in time became its captain general. Under him, the company was more than an army, and it was a promise. Beneath the gold, the bitter steel. The Ninepenny Kings. By then, the 7 kingdoms were at peace under King Jaehaerys II Targaryen. But in the free cities, war was brewing. A group of ambitious rulers and exiles, 9 in all, joined forces to carve out kingdoms of their own. Among them was Maelys Blackfyre, who swore to reclaim the Iron Throne at last. He brought with him the Golden Company, 10,000 hardened veterans who had never forgotten their oath. Thus began the War of the Ninepenny Kings. At the last invasion, Maelys and his allies struck first, landing on the Stepstones, those scattered islands between Essos and Westeros. From there, the Golden Company pushed toward the Stormlands, burning towns and fortresses as they advanced. But this time, Westeros was ready. For the first time in generations, the realm united behind its king. The Stormlands, the Reach, and the Crownlands sent their finest knights. Among them rode young men whose names would one day fill songs: Ser Barristan Selmy of the Kingsguard, Sir Tywin Lannister, already cold and commanding, Prince Aerys Targaryen, the future Mad King. The young and the proud marched to meet the last Blackfyre, the end of the Black Dragon. The final battle came on the Stepstones in heat and blood. The Golden Company fought with fury, their banners gold and black against the sun. But fate had already turned against them. In single combat, Ser Barristan the Bold faced Maelys the Monstrous. Steel clashed, the earth trembled, and with one final strike Maelys fell, the twin head on his neck silent forever. With his death, the line of the Blackfyres ended. The rebellion was over. After nearly a century of war, betrayal, and exile, the Dragon of Shadow and Flame was no more. The legacy of the Golden Company. Though defeated, the Golden Company endured. They returned to Essos with their honor intact and their contracts unbroken. For them, the Blackfyres were gone, but the cause was eternal. And some say their vow: "We do not break our contracts, and we do not forget," was not only about coin, it was about memory. The world would forget the name of Maelys the Monstrous, but the Golden Company never would.